Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your... The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return.
Out come the Dolphins to take over, and it's Ryan Fitzpatrick in his 16th NFL season now leading the way.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's the kind of guy you want on your team in every situation, whether you want him to be your starter, whether you want him to bridge and help a rookie out like Tua Tagovailoa. It doesn't matter. He can fit every spot you're looking for. He's in the second year of a 2-year deal, went 5-8 and 13 starts last year with 20 touchdown passes, and anytime he's on the field, there could be some Fitz magic.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
One play action, Fitzpatrick. He's going to try and go deep again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Back to it after the pick six. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's now 2nd.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
3rd down.
Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ted McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Really something about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Dolphins 3.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. We had a field goal range. Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Hayden Hurst.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
From the shotgun, Ryan. His way in there to get him down. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
On fourth down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On second down and 4, Fitzpatrick over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and that'll make it third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Taking it about the 36. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
4 at the 10.
Here's Gurley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They're running with Gurley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st and goal, Gurley. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The tackle made by Eric Rowe.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Bring it up, bring it up. Get out. Offside. Defense.
And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now WK1 for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This is Jakeem Grant. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here. That's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 68 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Their own 28-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Operating from the gun, Ryan.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught at the 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Gurley. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings
now Ryan.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Shaq Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brings up 3rd down and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. First throw off the bench for the veteran Shaw. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
We'll see WK1 now for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
4-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Dolphins 10.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kalen Ballage out of the backfield. And now it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Two are going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Kalen Ballage. A gain of 11 on the play.
Here's Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And here now come the Falcons. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ito Smith. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. On the carry, here's Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And now past another. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards on the ground. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Sham. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Gone after the sack. He's still down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Shaw. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Falcons 20, Dolphins 10.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's
the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run here with Blanche. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, he showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's like 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Shaw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away. Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, had to get it out quickly, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
For the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw over the middle, taken in. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Powell. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Show. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Smith.
The Dolphins 40.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
There's be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. at their own 17.
Matt Breida, the offense, heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
A 4-yard loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
17.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
On 2nd down, Tua.
That was a nicely run.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
He was covered
from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. Intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Smith to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to Zacchaeus. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to Olamide Zacchaeus. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on the draw. This is Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua sets up to pass it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
5-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
They run it with Balaj. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Goal.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
27. Falcons 23.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They keep it with Smith on first down. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Smith. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Smith, the ball carrier.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Quarterback throws the fade, and that's one where really the receiver just has to make a play, right?
Brandon, all you're asking your quarterback to do is put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Let your guy get it and no one else. That makes it a very, very difficult play to defend.
Coup now for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
27. Sterling Hoffrichter.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Benogany on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
This is Breida. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Dolphin 1st down.
Here's Tua. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And his throw is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now Shaw. That's complete to Smith. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Matt Shaw, sacked.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open is Powell. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Falcons send out their punter. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Look at the juke. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Rodgers. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Miami.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Able to find Shaheen here. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 2 to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and it's third down. Incomplete. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on it. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And 30 all.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Shaw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Shaw's pass.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. They'll run with Smith. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 35 on 2nd down. Shaw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Christian Blake, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Shaw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. As he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
It's 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Makes the score Falcons 33, Dolphins 30.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And out come the Dolphins now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
the Falcons.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Smith trying to run for it. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now with Smith. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage there to make the grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Dolphins 30.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors.
And Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Shaw. Smith catches left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
30.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Tua now on 1st down. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down, but
giving up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Gain of 10. Brings up third.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And he's got Rodgers. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Allen Bailey in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And the lead will shrink to 6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a cap on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On second down now, it's Smith. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and used to winning, not quite the same, but if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.